Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again and welcome to another video. And for this video I'm going to be, well, you can tell from the title already, it is my slasher update. As promised in my previous Christmas haul DVD and Blu-ray update, the time has arrived and I am now officially ready to upload this video. So I hope everyone enjoys it, especially slasher fans, and I'm wanting to give a couple of thank yous. A big thank you to everyone that left recommendations in the comment section and via private message after I uploaded my slasher collection overview video. I have taken a lot of those recommendations and put them on my wish list, and have even got some of these for this update, so really happy with that. Thanks to everyone that recommended me some slasher movies, and keep recommending them to me, guys, because I've decided 2012 is going to be the year where I really get serious about building my slasher collection up. So stay tuned for a lot more slasher related updates and pickups. And I'd also like to give a big personal thank you to a fellow YouTuber called Aussie80s. He doesn't upload videos, or at least not at the moment. I'm trying to get him to. No idea if he ever will, but you know, that's cool. But I just wanted to give a personal thank you to you, buddy, for talking to me a lot and recommending me a lot of slasher movies. I've really enjoyed our chats. So yeah, if you're not familiar with this guy, and even if you're just wanting to chat to someone new about horror and slasher movies, he's really awesome to talk to. So that's Aussie80s. I'll be leaving his channel link in the description box below. So enough rambling, let's get on to this update, because I'm sure everyone wants to know what I've picked up and I want to show you guys. So I've actually been pretty good and watched the majority of these movies. I've just been in a massive slasher binge mode past week, so I've watched all of the movies, but the first four I'm going to show I haven't had the chance to watch yet, so we'll get them out of the way first. So the first one is Cold Prey. This arrived yesterday. Thanks to everyone that recommended this to me. I got a lot of people recommending this title. It sounds absolutely brilliant, so can't wait to check it out. And I'll probably do a separate review on this one if I think it's really awesome. But I do plan to watch this either later today or tomorrow. Next up we have Alice, Sweet Alice. I've never heard too many people talk about this movie, but a couple of people did recommend it to me. Yet to see it, but looking forward to checking it out. It sounds pretty good. The next one, no one recommended this to me, but that's cool. It's the classic slasher collection. I only added this to my shopping cart because it was like $7. It's got 5 movies on it. Don't Look in the Basement, Scream Bloody Murder, both of those look excellent. Silent Night, Bloody Night, The Hatchet Murders, also known as Deep Red, excellent movie. I have seen that one, love it. And the last one is The Severed Arm. So for $7 for 5 slasher movies, it's a 2-disc set. Looking forward to checking out especially Don't Look in the Basement and Scream Bloody Murder. So if you've seen those 2 movies, let me know what you think of them. And the fourth one that I haven't seen yet is the Prom Night remake. I didn't think I'd ever pick this one up because I can't stand the original Prom Night. I think that's a very boring and average slasher, and I've heard this one's even worse, so we'll see. No idea when I'll get to it. I'm just reading the synopsis on the back of it. It sounds kind of different to the original, so I am curious to see what I think of this one. And it was only $3 and some change from Big W, so I thought, you know, it's worth it for that. Even if I don't like it, it's one for my slasher collection. Okay, now on to the ones that I have seen. Apart from 2, these were all blind buys, and I must say I've done pretty well this time, because apart from 2 that I really didn't like, the rest were all really good. So the first one that I'm going to show you again is Just Before Dawn. This movie is terrible. I'm sorry to fans of this movie, but I just don't get why anyone would like this. In my opinion, there was only 2 redeeming factors to this movie. The first one was the setting. It was set out in the woods, which was awesome. And then the main characters, the group of teenagers that were getting killed off. They were the only two redeeming factors. Everything else about the movie I didn't like. I thought the killer was one of the worst I've ever seen in a slasher movie. Just annoying and yeah, just terrible. The kills were mediocre at best, and yeah, it's a shame because I was really expecting to like this one a lot, but yeah, just didn't do it for me. The next one is Final Exam. This is really weird because this is the kind of slasher movie that it's not the best example for a slasher movie, but there was just something about it that I absolutely loved. The cast of characters were excellent, I think, and I loved the setting. It's set on a college campus, of course, and the killer was pretty good as well. The killer reminded me a lot of Michael Myers. Nowhere near as good as Michael Myers, but he sort of did have that look and feel about him. Yeah, as I said, this is not the best example of a slasher movie, but for some reason I just thought it was a ton of fun and really enjoyed it. Not doing a very good job explaining this one, but I am going to do a separate review on this because I think it definitely needs more people to check this movie out, especially if you're a hardcore fan of slasher movies. So stay tuned for my review on Final Exam, but I thought it was really good. Next up we have The Boogeyman. This was terrible. This is the other one that I really didn't like. This is the original one. The beginning of the movie was really good, but then it went downhill very fast after that. It's different to a traditional slasher. It had more of a sort of supernatural element to it, but avoid this movie basically. It's just not good. The next two movies are modern slashers, but they've got a fantastic throwback to the classic style of 80s slasher movies, so I'd highly recommend them. So the first one we have is The Tripper. I've done a separate review on this one. Absolutely brilliant movie. I love the killer, I love the setting, so had to pick it up for my own collection. I'm not going to talk too much about it. If you want to know my more in-depth thoughts, check out my review, but excellent slasher, and it comes in a cool red case. The next one, I've got to say, really surprised me, and I'd probably go as close to saying this may even be in my top 10 slashers or just out of it, and that is Shredder. This really surprised me. I've heard not too many people ever talk about this one. I think it's definitely gone under the radar. It came out in 2003. If you haven't checked this one out, do so immediately. I'm probably also going to be doing a separate, more in-depth review on this one, but great setting. It's about a group of sort of young adults. They go to an abandoned ski lodge for a weekend of snowboarding, and of course they get killed off. There's a lot more to do with the story, and especially the backstory on the killer, but I'm going to sort of save that for the review. All I'm going to say is, if you haven't checked this one out, do so as soon as you can, because I had a lot of fun with it and it's awesome. And the kills were really good as well. They were well spread out. They weren't really left to the last half of the movie at all. They were well spread out through the entire movie, and apart from two sort of really bad looking kills, they were all awesome kills, all different. So Shredder, loved it. The next one got recommended to me from Justin. Thanks a lot, because I probably never would have checked this movie out. It's called Venom. I don't think I've ever heard anyone mention this before other than you, Justin. Really loved this movie. It's another modern slasher. It's sort of got a supernatural element to it as well. There's voodoo involved in this movie. Well, it's pretty much the main part of the story. Absolutely loved the setting. It's set in a swamp area in Louisiana, I think, and it just created for a really eerie atmospheric mood throughout the whole movie, and it was shot really, really well. There's some great looking camera work throughout this film. There are snakes in this movie, hence the title, and they did freak me out. There were some really creepy moments that involved snakes throughout the movie, but really, really good slasher movie and something different, so I'd highly recommend checking this one out. The next one is Chopping Mall. I thought I'd really, really like this movie, and it did surpass my expectations, to be completely honest. This movie is awesome. It is one of my favourite slashers. Now, I've heard a lot of people comment and go on in videos that they don't classify this as a slasher movie. I do. It's been dubbed as a mechanical slasher movie, so I definitely agree with that. I mean, you've got a group of teenagers in a shopping mall getting targeted and stalked and killed off one by robots. That's your traditional slasher formula right there. I love the mall setting. Cheesy as all hell. Great synth music, so if you're a fan of cheesy 80s slasher movies and you haven't checked out Chopping Mall, definitely do so. And this one has really nice cover art. The next one we have is Sweet 16. I haven't heard too many people mention this movie before, but it was on my wish list, so I decided to pick it up. I'm glad I did. Yeah, not too many people have ever talked about this movie before, and it's fairly good. I wouldn't say that it is a standout in the slasher genre, but then it's not bad either. It's sort of in the middle. This would be a movie that I'd recommend to people that are into slasher movies already and have got a reasonably good collection of some of the more popular and classic titles built up. I probably wouldn't recommend this movie as a starting point for someone looking to get into the slasher genre, because you'd probably find it a little bit boring. It's more story driven than it is kill driven. There's not too many kills throughout the movie, and they've all got the exact same style to them. And it's sort of got a fairly predictable ending. But other than that, the story was pretty good and I did have fun with it, so Sweet 16 was good. And the last one is one of my new personal favourites, and that is Madman. I don't know why this never seems to get mentioned in top slasher lists. It definitely should. This is really, really good. Sort of an independent slasher movie in terms there's no sequels to it. If you're a fan of Friday the 13th especially and you haven't checked this one out, pick it up immediately. It's got a lot of similarities to Friday the 13th, but it doesn't feel like a complete rip-off. I love the killer of Madman Mars. He was awesome. He looked awesome. The kills were a lot of fun, and the overall cast of characters were pretty good. There was no really sort of overly annoying characters at all. So yeah, I'd highly recommend checking this one out if you haven't, because I had a lot of fun with it and it's really, really, really good. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope everyone's enjoyed it. Once again, thanks to everyone that's been recommending these slasher movies, and a special thank you if you've recommended any of these to me, because apart from the two of them, I enjoyed them all, so thanks a lot. And I'll probably be doing some slasher reviews, so if that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know. I'll be focusing more on the sort of rarer, less talked about slasher movies for my reviews. So yeah, if that's something you guys want me to do, please let me know below in the comment section. And yeah, that's it. I am going to be fairly focused on my slasher collection for 2012, so definitely keep your recommendations flowing. I think I have like another 30 or 40 slasher titles on my Amazon wish list, so I will be picking those up throughout next year, so looking forward to that. But yeah, that's it guys. Thanks a lot for watching.